Si doc type, sir, ano ibig sabihin ng doc type? Doc type is document type. Anong klase? HTML. And kailangan mo nang maglagay ng HTML element tag. Kung napansin nyo nung hinover ko tong element tag of HTML, nag-highlight yung buong website. Siya kasi yung pinaka-parent doon. Right? So kung parent, well, definitely alam niyo ibig sabihin doon. Siya yung magulang, siya yung pinanggalingan, o siya yung mas head. Alright? Sa HTML, guys, merong dalawang child na tinatawag. The first child is, or children, yeah, something like that. So, yung first child niya is head tags. So, ano yun ang nakalagay dito sa head tags? So, usually dito nakalagay yung link. Parang, technically, yung mga bagay na hindi nakikita, pero may mga functionality. Alright, so sample yung mga link dito. Alright, so method set, style tag, customs, and so on and so forth. So, parang, as a human, so tayong HTML, tapos meron tayong head, hindi yung ulo yung laman ng ulo. Yung brain, maybe. Tapos yung body tags, kung napansin nyo, nag-highlight yung buong HTML din. Kasi siya yung buong body. So, sa human, from top to bottom. From your hair to your foot and everything. So, kung ano yung nakikita dun sa body tags is kung ano yung pagkaka-code siya dito. Alright? And maybe some links for functionality and so on and so forth. Alright? So, that one. So, for example, let me go ahead. So, meron daw siyang iframe dito. Background image. And dito muna tayo. As you can see, sabi niya dito, body tag. Naglagay siya ng attribute of style. Okay? Tapos merong background color. So, from the word background color, she wanted to put some background color of RGBA. Ang kulay niya is RGBA. This one is a property. So, parang you're telling to the programmer, okay, yung body, siya yung buong body. Okay? So, tulad ng sabi ko sa as a human, from top to bottom. Gusto ko lagyan siya ng style. So, what is style? Design, kulay, kahit ano. CSS ng tawag doon. Cascading style shape. Alright? So, this one is inline CSS. So, paano mo nasabing inline CSS? Kasi nilagay mo siya on the actual element tag of body. Tapos, from there, it's technically an attribute. So, paano ko malaman kung attribute siya or not? So, yung itsura niya is most likely name followed with equal sign and double quote. That one. Right? Tapos, this background color is technically a property. So, what is property? Parang, okay, ano yung gusto mong mangyari dun sa body? Okay, so parang ganun lang. Sabi niya dito, background color. So, background color, may colon siya. So, it's literally dapat ganun yung codes niya. Tapos, ito yung value ng background color. So, RGB is red, green, and blue color combination. So, dahil tatlo yung combination niya, meron siyang set of parentheses, tapos meron siyang kulay. 53, yung red, tapos yung G is green, 54, tapos yung blue is 58. Ang naging result niyan is ganyan, gray. Okay? So, I'll show you. Pwede ko siyang i-edit in a way. So, this one is, just imagine, this one is Google yan, guys. So, I don't want to use, well, pwede rin siguro. So, sige, gamitan natin siya ng ibang kulay. I think nag-CSS ako dito, na RGBA. Ito. Okay. So, I think 112, purple yan, guys. 112.81. Okay, tapos, ano na 81 and 176. and 176. But I say, as you can see, naging purple siya. Kasi yung combination of 112, 81, and 176 is purple. So, ganun ba yun? Kailangan ko pang malaman yung color combination. para malagay ko yung purple. No, you can easily use any color, yung word na color. Let's say, ano ba maganda? Green. Let's just save or enter. Naging green yung background niya. So basically, guys, this one is the representation of the Google. Okay? Okay? So, well, you're going to learn everything on how to design a website. Pero syempre, guys, dahil eto, kinodes to, tapos dineploy to sa isang domain name. Syempre, kapag na-refresh natin yun, yung inedit natin dito na green, babalik lang din yan sa normal. Alright? So that one is just para at least alam nyo lang na this mismong Google is gumamit ng HTML. Alright? And some CSS. Pero mas marami dito is yung functionality. Alright? So since nasa creative web design tayo, alright, you're going to learn everything on this. So I hope that you're excited and interesting, guys. Okay? So kung excited kayo and mukhang it sounds interesting, guys, can you please, well, I wanted to maging interactive yung natin, yung training natin, and malaman ko kung you are literally, ano ba to? Literally present. No? Hindi lang yung naka-online kasi hindi ko kayo nakikita. Right? So kung nag-enjoy kayo, guys, can you please type nag-enjoy kami, sir, or anything else that alam ko na nakikinig kayo at interested kayo dun sa topic natin. Alright? On the chat box. Alright? Para at least alam ko bago ako mag-continue kasi importante pa yung mga iba kong sasabihin. So dito, malalaman ko kung talaga nakikinig kayo. Ano? Sabi niya. Alright? Sabi ni Catherine, nag-enjoy po, sir. Enjoying, sir. Mark Russell, a thumbs up. Nag-enjoy, sir, even though mukhang mahirap. Yeah, it's okay. Lahat yan, matututunan natin. Okay, just trust the process, okay? Sabi ni Michelle, interesting. Like, interesting. Okay, Brent, Francis, nag-enjoy po, sir. Edison, interesting po. Excited, sabi ni Joyce, Michaela. Okay, that's good. Sabi ni Joselito, interesting po. Pagaling ka po, sir. Thank you. Oo nga eh, I think medyo bumaba yung yung immune system ko because sobrang daming taas ang trabaho. But well, definitely. Kaya yung pinaka-last batch for this year, I started for telecall nung October 7. That supposedly, nung ano pa kami nag-usap, July. Sabi nila, July na mag-start yung class. Pero ang tagal ng process nung paglabas ng ng scholarship at saka yung process ng TESDA. Ako kasi government. Diba? Pero yan. So we started ng October, tas kailangan matapos ng December. Kaya, ayun. But anyway, thank you. Sabi ni Prince, interesting. Medyo nagugulan po ako. Alma, sabi niya. Alright? So it's okay. Just try to understand. So your brain is mag-adapt. And of course, diba sabi ko sa inyo, do not compare yourself. Just try to understand lang. Tapos kung hindi agad, diba, try to, diba, makinig. Tapos, well, definitely kasi maaga pa para sabihin. Ako din po, naguguluhan din, Darlene, or nag-enjoy, or pagaling din, Darlene. What do you mean? Ako din po. Right? Sige. So anyway, sige, let's go back. So at least alam nyo na ganun yung concept nyo. So you're going to learn everything in coding. Okay? So I'm going to teach you on how to use that and everything. But before that, para din sa mga bagay na, well, nagugulumihanan pa as of the moment, I'm going to discuss about the markup language or HTML. Sabihin dito, HTML is a markup language. It's the most basic building blocks of the web. So pag sinabing building blocks, Parang kasi magtatayo ka ng bahay or building, siya yung foundation, siya yung mga poste. Okay, para at least mas maintindihan ng mga literally parang from scratch or parang walang idea about coding or technology. So I will try to parang transfer that or give you an example para mas maintindihan. Building blocks is like a foundation or poste, mga ganun. Structured. Okay? Sabi niya dito, it defines the meaning of the structure of the web content. Other technology beside HTMLs are generally used to describe a web page's appearance. So, meron tatlo kasi, maliban pa dun, tatlo. Meron pang other page, backend, and so on. But let's focus on this. Sabi niya dito, are generally used to describe a web page's appearance presentation. So, what is that? Yung CSS naman. So, yung appearance, so let's say dun sa bahay nyo, siya yung ano, kung sa building or sa bahay na pinapagawa nyo, kung si HTML is siya yung foundation, yung CSS naman is yung appearance. Maybe, appearance and presentation, di ba? Yung, let's say, yung tiles niya dyan, di ba? Appearance na yun. Yung kulay ng wall nyo, yung, well, yung, do you think that, di ba, magpapaganda? So, ang tawag doon is CSS. So, what is CSS? It's cascading style sheet. Alright? Or a functionality behavior. So, what is that naman? So, let's say, meron kang refrigerator dyan, TV. So, yung merong mga nagpa-function naman. Right? Yung merong behavior, merong function na nag-run. Let's say, electric fan nyo, diba? Yung sa bahay nyo. So, hindi naman siguro yung bahay nyo, biglang kapag pinindot mo, diba? Naglalakad yung bahay nyo, wala naman siguro ganun. For that example. Pero sa kotse, let's say sa kotse, yeah, let's go back. Kasi meron yung functionality. Yung structure, yun yung parang foundation, yung mga bakal doon, kung ano, structured, yung appearance, yung kulay ng sasakyan, yung position ng upuan. Pero yung functionality, maybe that's yung JavaScript. So, paano yun? Kapag pinindot mo yung button, bumubukas yung makina, kapag inapakan mo yung accelerator, aandar yung sasakyan. At most likely, guys, mas mahirap gawin yun kumpara dun sa designing and structure. Right? Kasi yung part na yun, just imagine, yung makina na yun, it's more engineering yun. Yung logic, critical thinking, you're creating in methods, function para gumana yun. Okay? But don't you worry kasi we're going to parang touch some few JavaScript or jQuery, a library para hindi kayo masyadong magalamihanan. Pero most likely, we're going to focus on learning HTML and CSS. But, well, we're using a framework ng CSS. Right? Kasi kapag CSS lang, we're going to design literally using property and methods, property and value. What if kung wala kang masyadong eye sa pag-design, yung color combination, yung height and width doon, going to spend, going to consume lots of time. However, in reality, sa industry, yung ginagawa namin, we're using frameworks ng CSS. Right? So I hope that you're excited because it's really nice. Okay? Just to have this kind of parang, guys, saglit ko lang ginawa itong lesson na to. Itong ganitong part na to. So let's say kapag click to, magkakaroon ka ng ganito. The modal. Tapos kapag lumiit yung screen, responsive yung layout, yung structure, tingnan nyo. Yung position na itong tatlo na to, iba. Diba? Even this position na to, itong mga na to, images na to, diba? So, dahil mas maliit yung screen, small yung device niya, ganito yung structure niya. Tapos kapag nag-medium, let's say, pumunta sa iPad, ganito na yung pwede nyo makita. So, tatlo na siya. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, bumba. Kapag mas malaki, magla-line siya ng ganito. Oops, sorry. Okay, so kasi mas malaki ng devices. So, guys, kapag CSS lang yung gamit na yan, there's a lot of codes behind all that. Okay, that kind of design. But we're going to use Materialize CSS for a framework para mas easiest. Hindi ko naman easiest, but well, mas better technology kasi it's already a framework. So parang, well, definitely Paano ko ba yun ma-explain sa inyo? So, for example, magkakaroon tayo ng gathering, let's say. Okay, magkikita-kita tayo. Let's say lang, sample lang. If you're going to use a CSS, let's say mayroong magluluto ng pagkain natin. Yun yung pag, ano, CSS. Merong someone na pupunta ng market, palengke. Bibili ng mga, ng meats, o kung ano man, isda, or let's say, spaghetti, na pasta, tapos iluluto nyo from scratch. Okay, from pamamalengke sa paglilinis ng mga binili yung raw na pagkain, tapos sa pagluluto, and so on. So medyo matrabaho siya. But well, it's nice kasi uh, mailuluto mo based on kung gaano ka galing magluto. Eh what if kung hindi ka pa magaling magluto? Paano na? Right? So yun yung CSS. What if yung mga framework? Yung mga framework, magkikita tayo guys. May budget din tayo. Pero instead, pupunta tayo sa Samyupsal o pupunta tayo sa isang restaurant na mayroon ng gawa na pagkain at i-deliver na lang sa atin. Did you get my point? So I hope that it makes sense. We're going to use some components na gawa na, let's say sa, let's eat out sa Jollibee, let's say. So instead na pumunta ka ng All right, guys. So thank you for joining again. Well, sa new link natin. So, is that clear yung voice ko, guys? Alam mo from me?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. So, thank you so much. But anyway, let me go back the explanation. So, sabi nga ni Jose dito, napunta na tayo sa Jollibee. Yes, para at least lahat makarelate kasi I think lahat naman tayo, di ba? But anyway, the purpose is for you to understand the concept of CSS frameworks, right? So, if you're going to learn the HTML CSS called learning the framework. So, parang instead of focusing on CSS, parang papasok kayo mismo dun sa ano ba to? Sa Materialize CSS or dun sa Jollibee mismo kung paano ginagawa yung isang bagay. Okay? But well, we're going to use those parang ingredients na gawa na. And well, kung kayo yung ano, kung kayo yung customer, well, hindi naman doon natatapos yung components na if you wanted to, let's say, order some spaghetti, let's say lang, tinake out mo. And if you wanted to modify that, so pag sinabi modify to add something, you can still do that. Diba? I think most of you baka nagawa na rin yun. So, we're going to use some components. So, instead of, let's say, uh, pumunta sa palengke, bumili ng spaghetti, tapos magluto ng sauce ng spaghetti, put some ingredients and so on. So, ang gagawin natin is, bibili tayo ng spaghetti sa fast food or so, let's say sa Jollibee. Tapos ilalagay natin o gagamitin natin yun. So, dun sa website natin, gagamitin natin yung components na yun for the design. Kasi nabus eh. Yung kailangan natin is design. Magandang output agad. So, we're not, well, you're literally learning, doing parang HTML, CSS while learning the framework. So, something like that. Okay? So, yeah. Alright. So, I hope that you understand. Alright. So, sabi niya dito, hypertext refers to the link that connect web pages to one another, either within the single website or between websites. Ayan. So, hypertext, right? So, yun yung parang pwedeng mag-connect-connect. Sabi yan, links are fundamentals aspect of the web page or of the web. So, let's say, once nag-click na, pupunta ka sa another page or pupunta ka sa with other websites. Ayan. So, ang tawag dun is hyperlink. Right? So by uploading content to the internet and linking, so let me, diba, para at least mas malaki. Mabasa nyo rin. Hindi ko lang din in-explain. Okay. Ano ba yun? Our fundamental aspect of the web. By uploading the content to the internet and linking it to the page created by other people, you become an active participant in the World Wide Web. So you can just kasi ilalink-link mo yung mga bagay na yung available na ng website. Sabi niya dito, HTML use markup. Alright, so markup to annotate text, images, and other content for displaying a web browser. So, kapag sinabi annotate, parang gusto mong, kung ano yung i-codes mo dito, gusto mong ilabas sa browser. So, something like, if you wanted to put some text, katulad ng text, this one, images, you wanted to put some images and other stuff. Okay? So, ang gagamitin mo dun is markup. Okay, so merong mga specific na markup para sa specific content. So let's say you wanted to put some image. So ang gagamitin mo is IMG na element tag. Kasi ni IMG. Kasi ni IMG. Parang wala dito. But well, hindi naman lahat na i-discuss dito. Alright, so text. If you wanted to use text, you can use a paragraph. Saan yung ito? A paragraph element tag. And most of them is may opening closing tag. Okay, so if you wanted to put some video, you can do that. Embed video like this on YouTube. I'm going to teach you everything on this. All right. Sabi niya dito, an HTML element is set of the other text in a document by tags. So, ang tawag sa kanya is element tag or a markup. So, which consists of the element name surrounded by a greater than and or less than, sorry, less than and greater than. Kung napansin nyo, yung bawat element is merong less than and greater than. And kung ano yung nasa loob nun, yun yung name ng element. So kapag sinabi ko, oh, can you use head tags or element, well, tags nga, diba? Element tag or in short, head tags ang tawag doon. Or paragraph or P tags. P is for paragraph. Section is for section. If we're going to create a bunch of content sa loob, you can use section element tag or section tags. Or article if you wanted to put some article tags. Okay? Footer, dun sa baba. Output, aside, ito pala yung images if you wanted to put some images. So for example, this one. So this one, diba? This one is technically image. Alright? So I'll show you. Dito sa index.html ng sample lang. Sa section, ano siya? Put some section. Ito, and so as you can see, I'm using image element tag. So meron source. So ibig sabihin ng source, let's say attribute, well, kung ano yung source mo dito. Kung anong image yung ilalagay mo. Okay, so you're going to learn that. Para, ang nilagay kong image is C#, eto siya. Nandun siya sa folder ko. Pakita ko sa inyo. Eto siya. Alright, so by having this code, okay, nadala ko siya, itong image na to. Ano yun? This image, nadala ko siya dito sa ano, sa website ko. Alright, and beside, I designed that based on my, well, skill set. So, I'm using columns and so on. So, may responsive to. Mukha siyang maliit kapag malaki yung screen, pero kapag mas nag-medium, ganito yung magiging position ng mga ano ba to? Images. Alright, so here's the codes. Okay, kapag lumiit siya, ganito. Alright, so ang tawag dyan is responsive web design. Okay, you're going to learn that everything. Alright, so sige, let us continue. Alright, so okay, nasa na tayo? Alright, so element tag, it's random by, ayan, so the name of the element aside a tag is case sensitive. So kapag sinabing case insensitive, okay lang na kahit kung paano yung pagkaka-spelling. That is, it can, not spelling pala, yung pagkaka lowercase and uppercase or ang tawag doon is ano ba yun? Kapag normal. Kasi yung lowercase and uppercase for programming yun, encoding. Parang nakakapitalize. Yan. Tsaka hindi nakakapital. So, yun tawag. So that is, can be written in uppercase and lowercase or mixture. For example, the title tag can be written as naka-uppercase yung T. Ito naman naka-uppercase lahat or any other way. However, the convention recommend practice to write a tag is in lowercase. Kahit pa sabihin mong pwede to, pero yung convention, kapag sinabing convention, that's the practice, yun dapat. Okay? So, hindi ka bibigyan ng error ni HTML kung ganito yung gagawin mo. Pero it's not nice. The convention is yung lowercase, yung maliliit na letter. So basically, kung napansin nyo, lahat ng element tags ko, let's say, I use section, I use div, right? Each for naka-lowercase yan. Kasi that will be the conventions. Right? So the article can below can help you learn more about each one. Yan. Okay, so you can do some, I'm going to give you this article, guys, if you wanted to, well, learn more, right, about the markup the language. All right. So since at least we have an idea on how to use the markup language, how can we parang use that on our Visual Studio Code and to create some document na may papakita natin yung gusto natin gawin dito at malagay natin sa browser. So most likely ganun. Alright, so I would suggest, guys, do the screen recording. Okay, kasi this one is mag-start na tayo ng codes. Alright, then later on, I'll give you a task kung para at least naintindihan nyo ba talaga yung lesson natin. Okay, so first, guys, ang kailangan nyo gawin, the first ever you need to do is to create a folder. Kung napansin nyo, there's a lot of badges na nakalagay dito at saka kung ano mga name. Okay, so, well, in reality, ginagawa ko kapag sa akin is naglalagay ako sa documents or other path. Pero kasi since this one is a lesson, gusto ko madali kong makita. Alright, so I'm going to do some right click, new folder. Alright, so lagay ko dito CWD. Alright, rename ko CWD for Creative Web Design. Batch ano kayo? 7. B7. Oops, B7. AM. Alright, so AM kasi kayo, meron akong PM. Baka ma-miss out ko pa. Let me just, okay ito guys. So, ganito yung gagawin nyo. Yung first ever na gagawin nyo. Once you have the folder, i-drag nyo siya. Pwede siya i-drag guys. Alright, going to your Visual Studio Code. So, mag-open siya. Alright, tapos may sasabihin siya dito, diba? Okay, just yes, trust the authors. Alright, so ito na yan. So let me maybe close this one. Alright, so that will be just my example. Tama ba? Yeah. Okay, and or well, pwedeng it's either i-drag nyo. Diba ito drag ko? Ito na siya. Or maybe you can open folder. Okay? Kung saan nyo preferences na nilagay. So kung sa documents nyo ba, sa main or sa desktop. So you can look for that folder. Okay? So let me close this one. Okay? So I'm going to look for CWD batch 7. So you have an option. So it's either i-drag nyo siya going to your Visual Studio Code or i-open nyo yung Visual Studio Code and open folder. So vice versa, it's still the same. Okay, so since alam ko na sa desktop siya, I'm going to look for CWD batch 7. Okay, medyo mas mahirap nga lang kapag diba? Maghahanap kumpara doon sa ito-drag ko na lang agad mismo. Hindi ko pa makita. Nagkaedad na talaga ako. Ito na. Oh my God. Ito. Alright. So, yun yung difference between parang open folder and do sa drag mas mabilis. Well, it's really up to you. It's still the same. Walang problem. Okay? So, yan. So, kapag nandito na kayo, you may close this one. So, this one is the folder. Napansin nyo naman dito, walang laman yan. Okay? Wala tayong laman. Okay? Walang laman dito. Okay. So, basically, maglalagay tayo ng codes dito. Yung pinaka first ever codes nyo. Okay. Dito, pansin nyo, meron siyang icon dito ng new file. Kindly click that new file. Tapos, the first ever codes or file name na ilalagay niyo is index.html. Index.html. Alright? So, right now, we have index.html. So, we can start coding. Okay? To annotate some parang kung anong gusto natin mangyari at may lagay natin siya sa browser. So, sabi niya dito, doon sa HTML guys, kailangan natin ng markup. Okay? So, dahil we're using Visual Studio Code, medyo upgraded to para mas madali. Madali tayo mag-codes. Instead of doing, kasi, set ko dito, less than, tapos, tingnan nyo, nagsasuggest na kagad siya. So, ang tawag dito is intelligence. Sa Notepad or other code editor, guys, kailangan i-code nyo ng buo yun at kakain siya ng maraming oras. Pero hindi naman ganun kalaki yung task na nagawa nyo o na-accomplish nyo. So, let's say HTML. Tapos, nalagay ka ng greater than. Pero, as you can see, dahil nga makulit po si Visual Studio Code, alam niya na kagad kung ano yung gusto mong mangyari. So, ang tawag na is intelligence. Alright, so HTML daw. Tapos, you can go for body. Alright, so however, instead of doing that, I'm going to use exclamation point. Okay, exclamation point. Then, I'm going to click that or enter that. I have a HTML5 boilerplate to yun yung pinaka the most basic elements na kailangan meron kayo kapag mabubuo kayo ng isang project. Right? So, yung doc type na tulad mo, ito, yung doc type dito, diba? So lahat ng website, guys, meron ganyan. So, doc type. Alright? So, meron tayong HTML, head tags, body tags, diba? HTML tags, opening, closing tags. The first child is the head tags, tapos meron tayong body tags. I explained that kanina. Okay? So, even this even this article, itong ginamit natin, is meron din yan. So, lahat yan, ginamitan ng HTML. So, once right-click, inspect, like this one, so meron din siyang representation ng codes niya. Alright? So, here's the, right? So, ito yan. Script, meron siyang root, navigation, LIs. Ito, skip to the main content. Ito siya. Alright, so hypertext markup language, diba? Right? I'll show you. But at least, so this one, alright? So, we can edit that if you want. Ano na yung naging itsura niya. So, each one siya, pero kung ano yung pinaglalagay natin. Alright? So, we're going to use an element tag para ma-annotate o mailagay natin sa website natin. So, but anyway, kapag na-refresh ko, syempre, babalik siya dun sa kung ano yung pinodes niya. Alright, that one is for your demonstration and references kung paano nag-work yung mga bagay. Alright? But anyway, so, can you, well, I'm going to explain it to you right away. Okay, so, document type is technically document type ang ibig sabihin doc type, which is HTML. Sir, bakit iba-iba yung kulay nila? Yan. Yan yung mga possible question. Kung napansin nyo, yung color team nito is blue or parang purple kasi siya. Tapos meron siyang combination of blue or light blue. This one is yellow. Tapos green. Tapos white. Tama? Sige, let's start with the blue. This blue is technically the HTML element. So, katulad nito. Siya yung tag name. Right? So, head tags. Alright? That one. Eh, how about this yellow na merong equal sign and parang double quote. Okay? Ang tawag dyan is attribute. What is attribute? Alright? So, you can search that. What is attribute? In HTML. Well, I wanted to MDN. Gusto sa MDN yung explanation. And so I'll read to you. So sabi niya HTML attribute references. Attribute is element in HTML have attributes. These are additional values that configure the element or adjust their behavior in various ways to meet the criteria the user wants. Okay? So parang technically additional value siya or configure, right? So parang you're telling to the HTML, alright, I'm putting you a attribute, pero what kind of attribute ang nilagay niya? It's a lang. So short for language. Right? So lang, sabi niya, helps define the language of an element. The language that non-editable element are in, or the language that editable element should be written in by the user. So basically guys, in short, yung explanation na yun. In-over ko lang ito guys. Meron siyang explanation. The HTML element represent the root of the HTML document. So guys, ganun kagaling si Visual Studio Code. Lahat yan meron siyang explanation. So lang is for short is language. So what kind of, yung value niya, yung green, yung value niya is technically English. Madaling salita, yung document mo, yung gusto mong language is English. That's it. Okay. So meta for charset yan. So this one, yeah, meta. So the meta elements represent various kind of metadata that cannot be expressed using the title, base links, and so on. So this one is attribute in name, right? This attribute defines the name of the piece of document level metadata. So madalas salita, ang gusto niya, this one is element tag, attribute. Ano daw yung attribute? Additional value that configure the element or adjust their behavior in various ways to meet the criteria of the user want. So parang we wanted to, yung name niya is gusto niya maging responsive, Beaufort daw. yung tama, yung tingin ng user. Tapos meron siyang content na attribute, yung with and device na value is technically para responsive to sa madaling salita. Okay? Parang etong document na to, okay, kapag ginamitan mo siya ng etong HTML na to, kapag ginamitan mo siya ng mga responsive na element or let's say grid system, flexbox, madedetect nila kagad. Tapos gagawin nyo, responsive yan. But anyway, this one is just parang inform lang siya, pero hindi siya yung para automatic responsive. If you don't know how to use the grid system or flexbox, hindi rin siya magiging responsive. Right? So, well, the first topic is attribute and element type. Alright? So, again, attribute is additional values. Alright? So, para do sa element type. Right? So, that one. Okay. So, let's go back. So, since we were able you have to save that as you can see kanina. And so, kapag naglagay ka ng spacing, kung nakalagay dito is dot, ibig sabihin, hindi pa yan nakasave. Pero once you save, Control S, magiging X yan. Itong index.h naman natin. So, yung sabihin, well, na-save mo yung last changes mo. Alright, so with that, since we have a go live or live server, you may click this go live. Tapos mag-start siya with a browser. So as you can see guys, as of the moment, wala pa tayong kahit anong may kita dun sa body kasi wala pa tayong nilalagay na kahit anong element tag. So tandaan nyo, yung H naman is to annotate yung mga text, images, and other content na gusto mong ilagay. So we're going to use everything that element tags na merong available para malagay natin gusto natin mangyari. So right now, wala pa. What we have right now is, ito pala, if the blue one is element tag, itong yellow is attribute, this one is yung value ng attribute. How about yung white, sir? Yung value ng isang element tag. So as you can see, tinawag niya element tag of Python. Nilagay niya dito is document. Kaya meron tayong nakalagay dito of document. Pag pinalta natin yan, let's say, Calicon. Once you save, Calicon. So dito, punta tayo dito sa sa ano ba to? Google. Ano nakalagay? New tab. I'll show you. Inspect, guys. Alright? I'll show you kung paano at saan niya nilagay yan. Okay? So, new tab. Yung title niya is new tab. So, every time natatawag namin Google, nakalagay lang sa is new tab. Pero tayo, nilagay natin is Telecom. So, I hope that find it interesting yung topic natin. Okay? So, new tab. So, well, it depends on you kung anong gusto mong ilagay dito. Yun yung magpapakita dito. So, at that end, ang nilagay niya is new tab. So, you can change it to Telecom. I-enter mo, maging Telecom siya. Kasi yun yung nagre-represent dun sa title. However, this one is naka-deploy at siya yung nag-codes. Tapos kapag na-refresh mo yun, babalik yun sa new tab. Yung new tab yung nakalagay dito. This one is just a representation. As a developer, meron tayong kakayanan na makita kung paano niya in-structure o din-design yung isang website. Okay, that's nice, diba? But anyway, guys, I think for this moment, no, so let's have a quick break. So maybe at exactly 9:30, we're going to continue on the topic. Okay, so can you please say yes to acknowledge on the chat box kung na-acknowledge yung diniscuss ko. Alright? Right, so that's good. Alright, so thank you for saying yes. We're going to continue at exactly 9:30 para at magkaroon ako ng some water break para kanina pa kasi ako nagdi-discuss. Then later on, i-continue natin tapos and give you a task. First ever task. Yes, ano yung tanong mo, Joyce? Ano nga po yung blue? This one is element tag. Alright? So, siya yung, kung napansin nyo, head tags, meta tags. Ito siya. Siya yung merong less than and greater than. Okay? Nakita nyo, blue pa rin yung nando doon sa dulo. This one is attribute. Yung structure ng element tag is meron siyang less than and greater than. So since the attribute, yung char set is yellow, or well, it depends on this, on the part. Kasi ginamitan ko nga siya ng color theme. Attribute siya. At yung structure niya, yung itsura niya, kung si HTML is meron siyang less than and greater than, si char set naman meron siyang equal sign at saka double quote. Ang tawag naman sa kanya, most likely is attribute. Alright? Element po ba? Yes, element. Alright? So, let's have a quick break, guys, and I'll get back. Thank you. All right, so we're back. Yes, Joselita. Hi, naririnig ba ako na maayos? Yes. So, what is your question? Do you have any questions? Joselita, thank you. Prince, wala po. All right, good. So, kala ko meron kayong questions. All right. So, the first ever task is you have to install everything na diniscuss natin this early, this morning, guys. Tapos, kindly, once na-install na siya, kindly please do screenshot para for now, at least alam ko kung ano yung mga, ang gagawin nyo lang, guys, is kasi na-install nyo na yung mga diniscuss ko. Ayan. Finally, do screenshot. May kita ko na dito. Siguro mga ilan lang naman yun eh. Diba? Para makita ko dun sa environment nyo kung na-install nyo na. Okay, kasi it's really important to have that para magamit. But anyway, so the first lesson will be, sige, eto. Uh, Let me go ahead. I'll go to the documentation. So we're going to use Materialize CSS. Well, you're going to learn the HTML and CSS while learning this framework. Right. So what is Materialize? Materialize is a modern front-end framework based on material design. So technically, guys, ang nag-develop nito at nag-maintain nito until now, alright, is Google. Right? So we know that the Google, si mismo yung Google kanina. Ito. Right? So nag-create siya ng framework ng CSS kasi they know that para mas mapadali yung pagde-design ng isang developer or ng isang web designer. Right, so how to use that? So let me just click get started. So getting started, learn how to easily start using Materialize CSS in your website. So meron kang options to download or we're going to use technically the CDN. So what is CDN? It's a content delivery network. So from the word content delivery network, yung content niya or yung framework na meron siya, yung mga components, we're going to use that papunta via internet. Okay, so instead of download that file, right? But anyway, I'll give you some example on the code without a CSS framework. So let me show you. Ito yun, part, no? So maybe I'm going to add some H1. So let's say H1. So let me enter that. So that's the good thing about Materialize. Visual Studio Code, hindi mo na kailangan maglagay ng less than and greater than. H1 lang, guys. Ipoprovide na yan. Tapos yung cursor niya, napansin nyo, nandun siya kagad sa gitna. Alright? So it means, anong gusto mong ilagay dito? So let's say I'm going to use telecom. Right? So we have telecom. So this one is just a building block. Diba? Para kung anong gusto mong ilagay. Alright? So but anyway, merong lesson dito. So maybe I'm going to go ahead and put we're going to spend more time using Materialize CSS. Okay? Kasi mayroong mga lesson dito. So I think para madali na rin siyang So typography muna. So let's go to typography. I'm going to change that one to typography. So I save. As you can see from telecom, naging typography pa. Alright, so what is typography? Sabi niya, headers. We provide some basic styling on header tags. In example, you can see the 6 header tags, different sizes. Right, so ito yung mga header tags. So ginagamit ko sa title. Let's say, brand name nyo, and so on. Katulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo kanina. Right, so this one, I'm using H1. Alright, so paano siya ginagawa? We can change this value instead of telecom. Alright, so we can change this one to make more sense muna. Header 1. But we save header 1. Okay, tapos meron tayong H2, H3, up to H5. So I'm going to copy that using Shift Option Arrow down format. I think Alt ata yung option sa Windows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once I save that, right? Oops, sorry. Command S or Control S. So meron tayong ilang headers. 6. Alright, so since we were able to parang yung auto rename tag natin, di ba? So, na-install natin siya, di ba? Auto rename type by Junhan, right? So, instead of, mas madali na natin siya ma-edit ngayon. So, let's say, H2. So, burahin ko. Yung 1, gawin kong 2. Nakita nyo? Pati yung closing times niya. Pero kapag wala kayo nun, guys, pagka edit nyo ng 2, i-edit nyo rin yung sa closing times niya. So, I'm going to change to 23, 4, 5, and 6. Doon muna tayo sa most basic. What you say, mas maliliit sila, pero puro nakalagay header 1. So, instead, to make more sense, diba? 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Typography muna yung unang topic natin. Right? So, if you wanted to use some header, so you can use H1. Ang pinakamalaki is H1. So, what if you wanted to add some paragraph? So, paragraph. Okay, so let's say meron kang gustong sabihin. So, hi there. My name is Endo. Okay. Right, so, meron ka ng ano. So, we're using element tag to annotate yung mga gusto nating ipakita dun sa browser. Okay? So, ganito yung structure niyan. And if you wanted to, kung napansin nyo, meron siyang default na ano, font family, tapos yung sizes niya, ganito yung itsura. However, I wanted to use a framework. Mas madali ko siyang, mas maganda pati, at mas better yung learning experience yun. Right, so instead guys, I'm going to punta dito sa getting started. So hindi ko siya tatapusin, gagawin natin siya ngayon. So sabi niya dito, if you wanted to use this materialize CSS, you have to, it's either download the CDN or NPM. It's Node Package Manager, Bower. But well, at your stage right now, so we're going to use the CDN, right? So kindly check this one, guys. So I'm going to paste in here. Right, so this one is technically a compiled and minified CSS. So basically, guys, magagamit na natin lahat ng components dito. Right, so ano yung mga components? So for example, punta tayo dito sa CSS. Let's say, oops, we still have 10 minutes. Bilis buttons. Right, so buttons. Instead of creating or a design of buttons, so we can able to use these buttons. Anong buttons? But anyway, let me just share it to you. Kanina, wala pa nung compiled and minified CSS. Hindi pa siya nakasave. Check this one, guys. Once I save, mas better na yung itsura niya. Alright? Mas malaki na siya and so on and so forth. And anyway, guys, can add some class, which is technically, ano tawag dito? Kapag yellow followed with, equal sign and meron siyang double quote. Attribute. Right, attribute. So, it's additional information or additional, ano sabi niya dito? Values ng isang element type. So, basically, yung gagamitin nating attribute dito is para magamit yung mga components dito, tinatawag siya by class name. So, technically, this one is attribute. Ang pangalan ng attribute natin is class. Alright, tapos yung components, yung pangalan mismo ng value. So, let's say, punta tayo sa colors. Right, so colors. So, sabi niya dito, if you wanted, here's the color palette based on the material design base color. Each of this color is defined with a base color class and an optional lighten or darken. So, sabi niya dito, if you wanted to put some background color or, well, dun muna tayo sa text color. To apply a text color, just add dash text followed with the first color. Well, anyway, let me go ahead. So what if kung this default na white background, I wanted to change the color. Let's see, gray. So I save, check this one, naging gray siya. And I can use components of darken dash 1, ganito may itsura niya. Darken 2 na class, darken 3 na class, darken 4 na class. Okay, so as you can see, it's really nice. So I can add some gray. That one is for the background. Di ba? Sino ba yun? Sabi niya dito, the background color, sabi niya, to apply a background color, just add the color name and lighten or darken as the class of the element. So as you can see, class, tinawag ko yung gray color, tapos nalagyan ko ng darken dash 4 para yung color niya, napansin nyo kanina, nag-iiba-iba yung kulay niya based on dun sa number. Tapos what if kung I wanted to, yung text niya is maging iba yung kulay kasi right now, black yung kulay niya. It's not nice. Sabi niya dito, add the text color, just append dash text to the color class like this. So, gray dash text. Okay. So, sabi niya doon, so when I say, oops, not that one, sorry. This one, naging gray siya. And if I wanted, kung merong darken, meron din siyang lighten. I can go for text dash lighten and do lighten of 1. Pansin nyo, nag-light siya. 2, 3, or 4. Lighten siya. Alright, so it's really nice to use these components. Alright? So anyway, meron tinatawag na container. Alright? So kasi for me, parang hindi magandang nandito siya. Alright? So I'm going to use the division class of container. Right? So kapag sinave mo yan, nothing really happen unless lahat ng text na to, ipasok mo siya. So I'm going to cut that one, Command X. Oops. Tapos balik ko siya dito sa loob. Like this one. Using ko siya, tab ko, para maayos siya instruction niya. Once I save, umusog siya dito. So that's the class of container. Alright? So but anyway, let's go back on sa kaning color. Punta muna tayo with the typography. So guys, yung unang topic is headers. Okay? So that one. So what if black quotes? Sabi niya, black quotes are mainly used to give an emphasis to a quote or citation. You can also use this for some extra text hierarchy and emphasis. Sabi niya, this is an example. Ganito yung itsura niya. Meron siyang text hierarchy. So, paano na yung codes niya? Just simply call the black code that's just followed with some text. So, in short niya is BQ. Correct? Tapos, i-copy ko tong value na to. Or, well, you can put any text content on that. Right? So, paste ko dun sa gitna niya, in between. And then, once I save, check this one. So, we have, parang naka-hierarchy siya. At the same time, meron siyang design dito na parang pink. Alright? And mag-a-adjust siya based on kung gaano karaming content mo. So, let's say, I'm going to call the lorem ipsum. Let's say, dami text. Once I save, madami na yung text ko at nag-adjust yung hierarchy natin. Alright? Let's continue. Medyo mabilis matapos yung oras. Right. So how about the flow text? If you wanted to highlight something, medyo palakihan yung text mo. Instead of using a normal paragraph, let's say, I'm going to copy that and paste dito. Baba. Right? Close this one. Right? Para mas lessen. Okay? So once we save, oops, dito sa baba, dito ako dapat nag-save. So, hi there, my name is John Doe. So what if kung gusto mo siyang palakihan? I-highlights. And sabi niya dito, by having this flow text class, ganito yung normal na paragraph. Kapag nilagyan natin, ganito yung paragraph. So, paano yun? So, yung paragraph daw, just add class name, which is technically an attribute of flow text. So, I'll show you. Class of flow dash text. See, check this one. Mas malaki na siya compared din sa normal. Right? So, I hope that makes sense. So there's a lot of things that we're going to cover. All right. Okay. So maybe some color or punta tayo after the color. Can go for colors. So we still have. Oh my God! It's only 3 minutes left. So but anyway, bibitinin ko muna kayo para by tomorrow, well definitely medyo mas na-explain ko na ng more details about kung paano paggamit We're starting to code right now. So I'll give you a task. All right. What I want you to do is do this color. All right. So this part is I want you to paano siya gagawin? Ito yun, a division with the card panel, tapos the color of teal and lightning, tapos just put some text. And etong part na to. That will be your task. And just play around with the color palette. So katulad ng what I did, 'di ba? So as you can see, I use gray darken 4. If you wanted to use this kind of color, right? So let's say red lightning 2 or darken 2. So I can change red once I save, making red yan. But well, I'll let using that. But anyway, guys, can you please turn on your webcam for our class picture? Kasi kailangan, meron tayong class picture. We still have 2 minutes left for this meeting. Right? We're going to continue that tomorrow. I hope na nag-enjoy kayo. Alright? Kasi yung opening, closing natin, kailangan meron tayo lagi class picture. Alright? So, let's do this, guys. Oops, medyo matagal pa ako ng konti. 2 minutes na lang, guys. Kapag naputol, alright? So, at 1, 2, 3, smile. Kung nag-enjoy kayo, can you give me a thumbs up? Alright? At 1, 2, 3, smile. Alright, so another one. At 1, 2, 3, smile. Alright, ayan. So, medyo mukhang bitin, pero I think we covered a lot of things. So, by tomorrow, ang kailangan na task nyo is yung extensions, dapat meron. Tapos, yung headers, yung ginawa ko ngayon, at saka yung colors. So, try to codes that. Once you're done, guys, kindly screenshot tapos send nyo sa GC natin. Alright, para makita ko yung accomplishment nyo. And just read the documentation about materialized CSS. I think na-send ko na yan noon last time kasi most of the time, yun yung gagamitin natin. So, hindi nyo kailangan antayin ako para matuto. Yun yung asynchronous, katulad ng diniscuss ko sa inyo. So, by tomorrow, we're going to cover that. So, for now, guys, bye for now. Happy coding. Okay, good luck and enjoy the process. Alright? So, thank you. The ending call. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Enjoy. Thanks. Ayan,
Thank you
mag-ending
po.
call.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Patricia, Nino. See you tomorrow. Good luck. This call is about to end. Bye for now.